I'm John. I'm alcoholic. Or actually, I used to be called I Be John. No, I am John. I am alcoholic. 6:45 in the morning, West Coast time. It is the 15th of May, 2024. Shout out to Artist in Recovery slash Daryl P. Coffee, anybody, pal? Okay. Third part for the letter. Responding to that poster that you had out there. So basically, I covered chapter 3 and I covered chapter 5. I'm portioning things out because it's important to me. I have to read these things to remind myself who's in charge, because I sure as hell ain't. Who am I? I am the Weaver John C. of Roseman, California. I do the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which is me. And I do this thing because I need all the help I can get these days, because it's really screwed up out there. And yeah, it does tick me off when I'm checking this posting out, because it still rattles my cage. Why? It just does. An addict says, "Well, I'm one, but that person died." You may think it died, but it didn't die. The thing of it is, that personality or a portion of us is still an addict, alcoholic of any sort. We're still recovering from the thing that we're still going through, and we need to go through recovery programs in order to reclaim our sanity and our lives. There is experience, strength, and hope out there, and I've been trying to talk about my experience and my strength, which is the 12-step program of Alcoholics Anonymous, but also being put back into a level of spirituality that I understand that I ain't control of my damn life, and there is a power greater than myself, as I call God, who's in charge of it. There have been other names. Some names are pretty damn good, but the other names are like very insulting to him anyway. He doesn't like that. I know he's got a sense of humor, but only so much he can do to piss the guy off, I'll tell you that much. So I was talking about my family. I was talking about my brother. More importantly, about him being in the program. I didn't talk more about my mother's program because I'm not going to deal with hers. Dave was more active about his, so I get to pick on my brother too much. God rest his soul. God bless them both. God rest their souls. I miss my family. Dave was in 2018, passed away. Ma, 2013, passed away. David came close to a 30-year, actually a 33-year. He was several months away. That's still not bad for a 32-year-old. Hope. People go into the program expecting to get an instant result, and they have to work on it. They have to work on their recovery. And they don't want to do it. But they'll discover that they have to, because it's their own survival. And along the way, they learn how to be less of themselves and more about others. In the program, we have to lean on each other, right? Just to keep supporting each other. It's not just about one individual struggling for recovery. We are all doing it. And we have to be getting out of ourselves, as they say, and into the service of others. And this way, we're telling everybody else that, yeah, I'm recovering, but damn it, in order for me to recover, I need to get out of my head. I need to get out of these damn thoughts. I need to get into action. I need to get into service. I need to get out of this thing before it drags my ass under. Plain and simple. Reasons why, when you're in the program, that you volunteer for things. It's not a duty, it's just something that you pick up. Now, normally, when a newcomer comes in there, they're not expected. But when they made some time in there, they may want to pick up something, clean up their own mess. I mean, generally, it'd be expected of them to clean up their own mess. But I'm talking about, if it's a smoking meeting. I don't know if they still got them anymore or not. They're trying to take those smoking halls out. And if they wipe down the tables, if somebody, can you help me wipe down the tables? Okay, sure. Just give me one sponge and right across the table. Okay. Maybe a little bit later, swab the deck. I kid you not. Mop and bucket in between meetings. They need to get the place ready for the next meeting, so clean it down. Sometimes other people do the bathrooms. Try to keep it clean for the next person coming in. They don't clean. The halls don't clean themselves. They clean up by actions from others. But it's a way for them to get busy and get out of their own selves and their own damn misery. Maybe some people will pray to God that way. But they feel connected. They feel part of a community. There's even coffee makers, coffee servers. They're actually guys that make the coffee. We have secretaries who take charge of the meetings, financials, report to the monthly board, tell them what's going on with their notebooks and stuff like that, or weekly meetings like that. Something to keep them occupied and busy like crazy. The traditions come in handy on that one, but I'm not going to cover that one just yet. Just the steps for right now. Because I'm trying to reach out to the alcoholic addict who had just been posting out there. And yeah, they did touch a nerve. Apparently some people have actually got an issue concerning about us people talking about our issues. We're supposed to keep it private and supposed to keep it to the meeting halls. You know, our anonymity had been broken so many damn times, it's not even funny out there. We have conventions. We have parties. We'll go out in gatherings and have a little bit of a powwow there. And you know what the hardest thing for an alcoholic to do is to be surrounded by alcoholics who actually drink and like the damn crap? We used to, but we know what this stuff can lead to. But we still have to develop the tools necessary to live among these people that we used to be with. Used to be family and friends, strangers who would drink with us, and now they're looking at us saying, how come you don't drink with us anymore? How come you don't use with us anymore? What's wrong with you? I discovered recovery, and I discovered I like life, and I don't like this shit. How's that deal with you? Well, then, okay, fine, Mary, back at you. You know, fun, good, because I like life better than I like you. So deal with that one. We have fun. We try to live life on life's term. We deal with hardships. We try to lean on each other as best as we can. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Other times it does. We go through life on life's terms. But what makes the program work is we have people in the program that we can lean on and hopefully trust. There are some backstabbing moments in there. There are some people that don't particularly like us. They do personalities versus principles. That's on them, not me. And I discover that portion too much these days. But I'm not out there drinking except coffee and liquids. Milk, water, juices, coffee, tea. My juices. And as we're getting a message across to the alcoholic and addict who still suffers for whatever kind of thing they're going through. I'm not a walking, talking advertisement for Alcoholics Anonymous. I am an example of Alcoholics Anonymous. Recovery is possible. It takes work, effort, because this is not done cheaply. There's a cost, there's an expense. We're not talking financial, but we are talking one way of life gone, and the other way we're still rebuilding. We're still building up street cred. We're building up our credentials out there. We're building up our reputation, our self-respect, our dignity, our humanity. You want to talk to us about taking the badge of being an addict alcoholic to the grave? Yeah, because I've buried a lot of these guys, or I was part of the process of burying these guys. Go to the meeting halls, you see these guys alive, but the next day they're dead, And then we hear about the funeral arrangements. We hear about the memorials. We show up. Not one or two. We show up in droves. We're giving our respect to the fallen who are going to meet their higher power. They worked their butt off. We're showing the rewards for it. They stayed alive, stayed sober. They affected a lot of people left and right in their presence. They affected everybody around them. They encouraged people. That's the thing. Encouragement. They encouraged others to stay sane, recovery, away from their addiction. And in a way, they sponsored people who in turn sponsored others, who in turn sponsored others. Of recovery is possible. The poster says he's one and he'll never talk about it. Well, that's them. That's on them. That's that person's way of life. I will because I am experiencing a lot of things that I share. On my channel, Diary of the Griever named John Wade was not exactly all about recovery. It's also about personal growth and personal a journey I'm going through. Some days when I'm actually able to not deal with the grieving waves that I get, I'm actually able to be quite communicative, I found out, more and more of. More explanatory, more explanative, more informative about a lot of things. I can actually think and not be triggered. But when I get triggered, that's when the days get hellish, and that's when I really need to communicate more and more about it because the process of grieving sucks. There is no addiction. There is no recovery program out there for grieving and addiction. It is a process. As I tried to indicate on my own damn channel, when you go through grieving and processing, it takes a long time. Some people can actually slap on moleskin on their soul and say, I'm going to be able to deal with this without emoting as much. And they struggle with it. Of course, it warps their personality. I know from personal experience. I'm still going through it. But more and more that moleskin is torn apart and I'm more like Humpty Dumpty. Except the pieces are still trying to fit itself back together again into something else, other mosaic. If you want to look at something else in that concept of a broken man, or a broken piece of thing, okay, this is going to stretch your imagination and it's going to piss you guys off. Lego building. See, you try that. Lego building. Creativity. As a kid, I was handed Lego. These, was it Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish? A product that was handed to the kids to build things out of plastic, molded plastic in different forms and shapes. And we're supposed to be creative about it. We build these weird ass things to start with because we don't know what else we're doing. But then we get an idea what things and shapes and forms are like, and then we start building different things left and right. There are actual books out there about Lego building. Not how to, but what it was about. And there's nothing wrong with Lego. Because in one way, it was saving my ass. In other ways, maybe encapsulating my ass. But I was actually able to do stuff with it. Nothing wrong with it. I love it. But I've also discovered what kind of an insane person I am because I had ordered a couple of Lego sets coming over here. God, what the hell am I doing to myself? 58 years old, going to be playing with Lego again? You'll believe it or not that we actually have people older than me still building with it and still have a fun love with it. I used to a long time ago. And it's a way for me to recapture my childhood again. And why not? We're still children. We're children of a creator out there. And we still need to learn and grow and experience. Why not? And a 12-step of recovery in one way helps us do that. Helps us open ourselves to potential and possibilities. That's recovery right there. We get people to start liking and trusting us once more. We get to make the amends. Some people won't like it, and other people will say, okay, fine. Here's your grievance. What are you going to try doing about it? What do you want done? Some things can't be reversed, and other things, maybe. But we have to grow in order to make the amends because that's how the process works. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if I'm going to go to the grave with my addiction, I'm talking about all the damn time. Screw them. If it helps the next person out, then I did what I was supposed to do. They don't like it on that one. And yes, I know about dying. Been there, done that. No fun. Personality-wise, yeah, on that one. So, artists from recovery, what's going on with you these days? I'm just kind of staying off the politics right now, but I didn't want to disturb this one. We'll do other videos about that one this morning, but I just needed to get these recovery videos out there for you, pal, to prove to the posters that recovery is possible. It's also unexpected and necessary.